We now write an equation of the ellipse with vertices at negative 9, comma 4 and 3, comma 4, and one of the focus is given as 1, comma 4. So first, let's determine the value of A. For this, we utilize the length of the transverse axis, and this is basically given by the formula 2 times of A. And the length of the transverse axis is basically the distance between the vertices. That is, we have the vertices negative 9, comma 4, and another one is 3, comma 4. So we find the distance between these 2 points. These 2 points lie on the same horizontal line, that is y equal to 4. So therefore, we can find the distance, which in fact is 2a. And this equals, we find the distance by finding the difference between the x coordinates, that is 3 minus of minus 9. And so this gives 3 plus 9, which equals 12. And we can determine a from this. So solving for a, we get a equals 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So we have determined the value of a equals 6. Now we find the center of the ellipse. Center is the point which lies exactly in the middle of the two vertices. So let's consider the vertices negative 9, comma 4 and 3, comma 4. The center is the one which lies in the middle of these 2 points. So we can use the midpoint formula to determine the coordinates of the center. For midpoint, we consider this as x1 and x2. So we add them together, that is x1 plus x2. This divided by 2 gives the x coordinate of the center. We then consider the y coordinates, add them together and divide by 2. So it is 4 plus 4 divided by 2. And so this one is the coordinate of the center, that is c equals negative 9 plus 3 is negative 6, and negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. And this one is 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And so therefore we have determined the coordinates of the center is negative 3, comma 4. We now determine C. Observe that C is basically the distance between the center and the focus coordinate. So this one is C. So let's determine C, which is the distance between these 2 points, negative 3, comma 4 and 1, comma 4. Since these 2 points lie on the same horizontal line, y equals 4, we can find the distance by doing this subtraction of the x coordinates, that is 1 minus negative 3. And so this equals 1 plus 3 equals 4. So we have determined that the value of C equals 4. We can determine the B using the formula, that is C squared equals A squared minus B squared. Now solving for B or B squared, we get, let's solve for B squared first. This equals A squared minus C squared. We have already determined the value of A, which is 6. We will replace it here. So this becomes 6 squared minus the value of C is 4. Let's plug it here. So this is 4 squared. And so this gives 36 minus 16, and this equals 20. So we see that B squared equals 20, or otherwise solving for B, we get B equals plus or minus root 20. Now we write the standard equation of the ellipse. So the standard equation of the ellipse is x minus h quantity squared divided by a squared plus y minus k quantity squared divided by b squared, and this equals 1. We have all the information. H comma k is basically the coordinates of the center, and here it is negative 3 comma 4. So we can plug in the values of h, k, and a squared as well as b squared to write the equation of the ellipse. So let's do that. I plug in h equals negative 3. So therefore this becomes x minus negative 3, and this is 20 squared divided by a squared. A equals 6, so a squared equals 36 plus y minus k is 4. So I write y minus 4 quantity squared, and this divided by b squared. We will utilize this, that is b squared equals to 20, and so this equals 1. Let's simplify this, and so this becomes a negative of negative 3 is positive 3, that is x plus 3 quantity squared divided by 36 plus y minus 4 quantity squared divided by 20, and this equals 1. So this is the equation of the ellipse in standard form. And finally, we sketch the ellipse using the equation of the ellipse that we have determined. Here I have sketched the ellipse using the online graphing utility. So this is the sketch of the graph. We can see that it has vertices at negative 9 comma 4 and 3 comma 4, and this one is the focus of the ellipse.